In this video we'll tell you how to stop being weak and needy with women. If you're new here, my name is Luca, and since 2018 I've helped over 1100 men have a more fulfilling dating life with new girls approached in the daytime, without going clubbing and without using online dating apps. So in this video we'll give you 3 tips so you can stop being a spineless wuss that will never get laid with new women, because in today's society, fortunately but also unfortunately, it depends from which point of view you're looking at the situation. Unfortunately, for most part of men, they have no courage, they are very scared of approaching new women, and fortunately, for the people that will develop all the skills to be successful with women, they have access, and they have personally access to all the 99% of women available on the planet. Okay, the 1% of men that are developing these characteristics, they have access to all the women, and the 99% of men, since they have no skills, they have access to 1% of women. And so that's why most part of men, they have to settle for low quality girls, for girls that they don't really like, but they have to settle for a relationship with a girl that they don't like, because they don't have the skills to find a girl that they really like. So they basically sign up a contract for being not happy, sad, frustrated for the rest of their lives. And they will stay in that situation because they cannot find something better, but because they are not willing to put effort to learn the skills that are required to have a successful life with women. So first tip: start approaching girls live and not just online. This is one of the reasons why in today's society men are always weaker. Year by year, men are always weaker, until, I don't know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I don't know when the first online dating app was born, but until, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, or you were approaching in daytime situations, or at the club, or through your social circle, or you were dying alone, virgin, and or just going with prostitutes, lying to yourself that you're actually happy, and deep down in yourself you know that you're not actually happy, but then you're always more frustrated, and your self-esteem will always decrease the more you go, the more you lie to yourself. But no, this is not the topic of this video. Since the first online dating app was born, men started always becoming weaker, because you can just send a message from the comfort of your own house, from the comfort of your very comfortable couch, eating chips on your couch, and just swiping right, swiping left, sending messages from your home. And I'm not saying that online dating apps are totally wrong. You can also be successful with online dating apps, but you will never unlock totally the confidence, because you're skipping the initial part of the interaction. And you may think, oh, perfect, I will just skip let's say the most difficult part, and you will just skip to a date. But you will never be totally confident, and you will always be incomplete. You will always be not independent. You will never be totally free of approaching women whenever you want. Every time you will see a hot girl passing next to you down the street, and you're looking at her, you know that you can go talk to her, but you're too afraid because you never started approaching in situations in person. And also, you actually already know, you should know, that in online dating apps, the quality of women is lower than the quality of girls that you can find if you're approaching in person. Because the hottest women and the smartest women in the world, they are not on online dating apps, because they don't need it. Okay, so if you're not starting also approaching in person, you will never get a very high quality girl. If your goal is a relationship, if your goal is to have sex with multiple girls, it doesn't matter. You will never get very high quality women. Then the second tip I can give you about how to stop being needy with women when you're approaching a new girl is do not focus on the final result, but focus on all the steps in between that will have as a consequence the final result, which in this case is sex. Okay, doesn't matter if you want a girlfriend, before you have to have sex with that girl, and then keep dating her, and then she will be your girlfriend, but she will not be your girlfriend before having sex. You can also say in the conversation after the few dates, oh, well, what we are boyfriend, girlfriend. Doesn't matter if you agree that you're boyfriend and girlfriend, because the frame of the relationship is given by the actions, not because you agree, oh, we're a boyfriend and girlfriend. Because even if you both agree about that, she will not have a real emotional attachment until sex is not happening. And you can check it by yourself. Do it if you don't believe me. Agree with a girl that you're a boyfriend and girlfriend, and the first idiot that is able to approach her and have sex with her he will steal your girlfriend from you. But she was never she has never been your girlfriend. Anyway, as I was saying, don't focus on the final result, but focus on all the steps in between. So all the different stages of the interaction from the approach to the bedroom. Okay. So the first stage of the interaction, being able to start the conversation. So it's not only the opening line; it's all the things that are around the opening line. Okay. So it doesn't matter what you say. Okay. Of course, it's also important to say the right thing, but also it's important all the sub communication. If you are smiling or not. The distances, the eye contact, your tone of voice. The tone of voice doesn't have to be needy. Also, the most important thing when you're approaching is also the social calibration. So if you are not able to make the girl feel comfortable, you will lose around 90% of your approaches, and then you're complaining, oh, but girls are always rejecting me. No, it's because you're not able to deal with the reaction after your fucking opening line. Okay, so but now that is just the first stage of the interaction. Then also you have to set a man-to-woman communication, otherwise you will end up in the friend zone. And then reaching the hook point with the conversation. You will reach it usually after 2-3 minutes of conversation. It's the moment of the interaction where she wants to stay more than how much she wants to leave. Okay, then you have to understand the logistical situation. If she's free, so you can go for a longer interaction, or if she's busy, so you have to get the phone number. Let's say that she's busy, you have to get the phone number. So being able to ask properly the phone number, so that will convert on a date, and not just asking the phone number just for the sake of asking the phone number. Okay, because it will not convert on a date. There are specific principles that will convert the phone number into a date. Then there is the texting part, so being able to send proper messages and not your dick pic. Okay, I don't think that there are people that are watching this video that are in that situation, but it was just a joke. So being able to text the girl, so then being able to make a successful first date, so doing all the right things on the first date. So the verbal escalation, physical escalation. If you're not touching the girl, you will never kiss her. If you're not kissing her, you cannot have sex. And also the logistical escalation, so moving from the location where you met the girl to the sex location. That can be your home, that can be her place, that can be your car, it depends. So being able to make also a proper invitation for going home, which is not, oh, do you want to come to my house? Do you want to go fucking at my house, or this kind of things? Okay, because men are inviting girls in that way. Of course she will say no. Okay, so you have to make a proper invitation. And also, in case you took the girl home too fast, also being able to deal with the objections at the end. It can happen sometimes if you took the girl home too fast. Then the third way to stop being weak and needy with women is stay as much as possible around new girls to get used to the female energy. Okay, it's not something about magical or something about spiritual or the female energy. No, it's just staying in touch with with the female vibe. Okay, so when you're interacting with a lot of women in only one day, if you're approaching, for example, in a daytime situation, you're staying around maybe 2 hours, and in that 2 hours you're approaching let's say 5 women, and you're doing that every day, or you don't need to go out every day to be successful, but of course the more you're going out, the higher the chances of improving your skills faster. But let's say you're going out 3 times a week, and the more you stay next to women, the easier it will be also to be sexual when in the conversation, not being platonic, and also you will not be needy. Of course, if you're only getting rejected, you will not get this benefit of staying in touch with the female energy. But if you're getting at least some positive reactions, so then you will get positive reactions only if you're learning how to approach properly, and also if you're getting also some positive reactions also while the conversation. So if you're getting phone numbers, if you're also getting dates, but you don't need to have sex with your first girl to starting becoming needy. For example, I remember until 2016 I was still virgin. The first girl I had sex with in my life, it was in November 2016. And it was already like something like 1 year that I was going out, because I was not learning from people that were more successful of me. So don't do the same mistake, so you will just waste a lot of time trying to figure it out by yourself. And I remember that this girl that I had sex with, she asked me the phone number, so it was like a reverse situation, so usually it's the man asking for the phone number, but I remember that I had the perception that she was asking me the phone number only because she wanted to invite me to some parties, because she was working as a promoter in a club, and so I had this feeling that she wanted to ask me the phone number only for inviting me into parties, so she can get the commission for my entrance when I get into the club. So I remember that I said no, I rejected her request of the phone number. But this is totally the opposite of what an average man would do in this situation. If a girl is asking your phone number, of course, immediately you will give your phone number. But in that case, I wasn't needy, and I did it automatically. I wasn't thinking about it. I did it automatically because it was already 1 year that I was going out. I was to a point where I was making 2, 3, sometimes 4 dates every month. I already kissed something like 20 girls or something like that. I was still virgin, but I was on my way to getting my first result in terms of sex. I already took home something like 7 or 8 girls, but I always burned my chances in the last moment. So I already had a bit of experiences in 1 year, so that's why I was able to not being needy there in that moment. So if you want to learn everything from the opening line to the bedroom with new girls approached in the daytime, click the link in the description below, fill out the application, and if you're accepted, you can schedule a free consultation call where I will review your current situation and how we can work together to help you achieve your ideal dating life.